11 dark secrets they don't want you to know about. Yo, what is up, you guys? It's your boy. Morning affirmations? Yeah, that's right. Today we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into the world of college football. But this isn't your average hype video. We're talking about the dark side of the gridiron, the secrets whispered in locker rooms and hidden from the public eye. Specifically, we're about to expose 11 shocking secrets about the Washington Huskies football program. We're talking scandals, controversies, and straight-up shady stuff that would make your head spin. If you're a Huskies fan, brace yourselves. This might be tough to hear. And if you're a fan of any college football team, trust me, you're gonna want to stick around. Things are about to get wild. We all know college football is a high-stakes game, with millions of dollars and national championships on the line. But some programs are willing to bend, or even break, the rules to come out on top, and the Washington Huskies are no exception. Rumors have circulated for years about the Huskies' recruiting practices, whispers of illegal benefits, under-the-table deals, and promises they couldn't keep. But now, thanks to some anonymous sources, we're finally able to shed some light on these shady dealings. We're talking about 5-star recruits being flown in on private jets, wined and dined at the most expensive restaurants, and showered with gifts they couldn't even dream of. These aren't just allegations, people. We've got the receipts. Stay tuned because we're about to expose the truth about the Huskies' secret recruiting tactics. Now let's talk about the man calling the shots, the head coach. He's built a reputation for being a winner, but some of his decisions have raised eyebrows, to say the least. We're talking about questionable play calls that cost them crucial games, favoritism towards star players, and even benching athletes who dared to question his authority. But there's one particular decision that's shrouded in more mystery than the others, a decision that left players baffled and fans outraged. It happened during the championship game a few years back. The Huskies were down by a touchdown, the clock was ticking, and they had a chance to tie the game. But instead of going for the obvious play, the coach made a call so bizarre, so utterly perplexing, that it left everyone speechless. What was he thinking? Was it a moment of madness, or was there something more sinister at play? College athletes are under immense pressure. The pressure to perform, the pressure to succeed, the pressure to live up to everyone's expectations, and sometimes that pressure can lead to some pretty bad decisions. The Huskies have had their fair share of player scandals over the years, DUIs, assault charges, academic cheating, you name it. But there's one scandal in particular that rocked the program to its core, a scandal so big, so shocking, that it made national headlines. It involved some of the team's star players, and it sent shockwaves through the entire university. Reputations were ruined, careers were destroyed, and the Huskies' legacy was forever tarnished. This wasn't just a case of boys being boys. This was a systemic failure, a culture of entitlement, and a blatant disregard for the rules. Chapter 4. Financial Mismanagement. College football is a billion-dollar industry, and the Huskies are raking in massive profits. But where is all that money going? Well, according to some leaked financial documents, it's not all going to where it should be. We're talking about lavish spending on coaches' salaries, private jets, and luxurious facilities, while academic programs struggle to stay afloat. We're talking about questionable donations, shady business deals, and a blatant disregard for financial transparency. It's a story of greed, corruption, and a blatant abuse of power. And the worst part? It's the students, the faculty, and the fans who are paying the price. This isn't just about football, this is about holding those in power accountable for their actions. Chapter 5. Academic Violations. We all know that college athletes are supposed to be students first and athletes second. But for the Huskies, that hasn't always been the case. Rumors have swirled for years about athletes receiving preferential treatment, taking bogus classes, and even having their grades changed to maintain their eligibility. But now, we have proof. Leaked emails, forged signatures, and first-hand accounts from former tutors paint a damning picture of academic fraud within the Huskies program. It's a story of a university willing to compromise its integrity for the sake of athletic glory. And the saddest part? It's the athletes themselves who are ultimately hurt by this deception. Chapter 6. Internal Conflicts. A football team is supposed to be a brotherhood, a tight-knit group of guys who would do anything for each other. But behind the Huskies' smiles and handshakes, there's a history of internal conflict and division. We're talking about power struggles between coaches, players turning on each other, and a toxic culture of silence and intimidation. Former players have spoken out about being bullied, threatened, and even physically assaulted by their teammates. But their cries for help were ignored, swept under the rug by a program more concerned with protecting its image than its players. This is a story about the dark side of competition, the win-at-all-costs mentality that can poison even the strongest of bonds. Chapter 7: Unethical Practices. In the pursuit of victory, some coaches are willing to cross lines that should never be crossed, and the Huskies are no strangers to these unethical practices. We're talking about players being pushed to play through injuries, being pumped full of painkillers to mask their pain, and being told to prioritize football above their own well-being. We're talking about coaches exploiting their players, treating them like commodities rather than human beings. This is a story about the dark side of sports, the side that often gets ignored in the pursuit of entertainment and glory. Chapter 8: Hidden Injuries. The physical toll of football is no secret, but what happens when those injuries are deliberately hidden from the public? When players are pressured to play through pain, and their long-term health is sacrificed for the sake of winning? That's the question we're asking today as we delve into the Huskies' history of hidden injuries. We've uncovered medical records, spoken to former players, and discovered a pattern of negligence and cover-ups that is truly disturbing. Players forced to play through concussions, ignoring torn ligaments, all for the sake of the team. It's a story that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the game. Chapter 9: Media Manipulation. In today's world, image is everything, and the Huskies have gone to great lengths to control their narrative in the media. We're talking about planting stories, silencing critics, and using their influence to shape public perception. They've cultivated relationships with journalists, pressured reporters to kill stories, and used social media to spread their propaganda. It's a story about the power of the press and how easily it can be manipulated by those with money and influence. Chapter 10: Fan Controversies. Football fans are known for their passion, but sometimes that passion can boil over into something much darker. The Huskies have had their fair share of fan controversies over the years. We're talking about brawls in the stands, harassment of opposing fans, and even death threats directed at players and coaches. It's a story about the ugly side of fandom, the side that often gets overlooked in the excitement of the game. Chapter 11: Historical Cover-ups. The Huskies have a long and storied history, but like any institution, it's a history that's not without its dark chapters. And for years, the university has gone to great lengths to bury those chapters, to keep them hidden from the public eye. We're talking about scandals that were swept under the rug, allegations that were ignored, and victims who were silenced. But now, the truth is finally coming to light. We've uncovered documents, spoken to whistleblowers, and pieced together a pattern of cover-ups that spans decades. This is a story about power, corruption, and the lengths to which some institutions will go to protect their image. So there you have it, 11 dark secrets that expose a disturbing side to the Washington Huskies football program. From questionable recruiting tactics to financial mismanagement, player scandals to media manipulation, these secrets paint a picture of a program more concerned with winning than with integrity. The impact of these secrets on the Huskies has been undeniable. The program has faced sanctions, lost scholarships, and seen its reputation tarnished. But more importantly, these secrets have hurt real people, players, students, and fans. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more hard-hitting investigations. And be sure to let me know in the comments what you think about these shocking revelations. The truth is out there, and we're just getting started.